I think this was the perfect Justin Fields game. If you're a Justin Fields fan, you are going to sit here and say, Justin Fields was awesome, Justin Fields was fantastic, don't worry about those couple of negatives, look at those positive plays. And if you're a Justin Fields hater, what you're going to say is, I don't care about those, couple of scrambles, whatever, he's a running back, he made some bad throws, clearly Justin Fields still isn't very good. So which side do I fall on? Well, the reality is there's some truth to both of those things, but I would say that neither of those statements are entirely true. So did Justin Fields play well? Did he play poorly? There's really a little bit of nuance to it, so let's talk about the nuance, and we'll start off with this play. This is a good play. I actually think this is a really good play, even though he probably doesn't get as much credit for it as I would say that he deserves. It's going to be a man coverage play, and you have a sort of pick play / rub route on the outside. That's the way the play is designed. Watch how Justin Fields takes the snap. He's going to look in that direction, and so right here is where he has to make the throw. And that's super important because knowing what we know now, it's about to get incredibly wide open. Fields does not have to make a difficult throw. Fields does not know that for certain. It looks good. He's taking the chance to throw the ball there because it does look like it's a play that can get open and probably should get open, but he does not know it's going to get open. And so you see where Fields puts this ball. It's actually in a perfect spot. I think you could look at that and say, oh, he kind of overthrew that one a little bit. He did not. He put that exactly where he was trying to put it because there could have been, good defense there, and it could have been a tighter window than it ended up being. He doesn't know how the play is going to end up exactly, so he does have to kind of throw it a little bit earlier. So Fields, every game, well, yes, you can look at some of the advanced stats of his passing and say there's still some issues there, and there are. You can't just pretend like that doesn't exist. You also can't pretend like these good highlight reel level plays don't also exist. You're absolutely seeing in every game he's played some very impressive throws. Now, I gotta bring up the negatives as well, right? We're gonna talk about it all, and then I'll give my kind of final verdict at the end. This one was a negative. He got, I saw people posting it on Twitter. Listen, it does happen. Missed throws happen. This was a missed throw. It's going to be a one-on-one matchup on the outside towards the bottom of the screen. That's Darnell Mooney. Watch how Fields takes the snap. Fields is going to look in that direction. He's going to fire in that direction. And you see right here, the defensive back falls down. This is an easy walk-in touchdown. That would have really helped the stats out a lot, right? I mean, that would have added over 65 yards and a touchdown to his stat line. So you would have loved to have that. And it is, again, it's a missed throw. He threw it a bit too far. Now, listen, it's worth mentioning, he didn't know the defensive back was going to fall, right? Same thing with that last play. He didn't know how open it was going to get when he got rid of the football, so he's trying to make a perfectly accurate throw. Yes, in hindsight, he could have just taken a little bit off and made it a lot easier of a play for him and for his receiver, but he didn't know that. Like, you can't go total hindsight there. But now let's go back to some positives. One of the things that we have to talk about, and listen, people hold the fact that he's really effective with his legs against him. They say again, you heard the same thing with Lamar, so hey, not the worst conversation to be put into, right? If people are saying the same things about Lamar as they are about you, I think you're feeling pretty good about yourself. But, people say, oh, he's a running back. He isn't an effective passer, and he definitely has more issues in the passing game than in the running game. That's just true. There's statistics that back that up. When I watch the tape, I also see that there is some inconsistency in the throwing game. But his running game is so good, and one of the things that I've always maintained is that if you're effectively moving the ball down the field, I don't care if you're running or you're throwing. You're moving the ball down the field. That's the goal of the game, is to get the ball down the field. If you're successfully doing that, then you're a good quarterback. That's just how I view it, and he has been successfully doing that, from like week 5 or so on to now. This is a good example of just the craziness of what he can do. So you look at that edge rusher that I've highlighted right there. I believe what's supposed to happen is they're trying to get the edge rusher to move in on the jet sweep motion. I'm actually not exactly sure because Fields is going to keep it himself and run basically right into an unblocked edge rusher. I'm assuming there was a plan for it, but whatever it was, you see it's not working out too good. Edge rusher running right towards Justin Fields. Maybe the plan was, we don't care what situation we put Fields in, we're going to be all right. Because watch him make a move, and he is going to be able to pick up a first down right there. So again, Justin Fields, some of these things he's doing with his legs are just unbelievable. I mean, the way he can get around these defensive linemen is just fantastic. Like, watch, this is another example of, this is going to be against zone coverage, which is worth noting, because a lot of times people say, oh, well, one of the issues with Justin Fields is you can't play man against him because, you want to have a lot of guys with eyes on Fields. On this play, everyone is keeping their eyes on Fields. Everyone is paying attention to Justin Fields on this play. Fields takes a snap. Fields is going to look down the field, but doesn't love what he sees and has been very quick to scramble this season. I actually think that's the biggest change he's made, is he's kind of realized, hey, my scrambling is the best part of my game. I'm just going to do that more often, and it's really working. You see right here, you have, a defensive player trying to catch him from behind. It's also 3rd down and 9. So there's so many of these times where I keep saying, oh, okay, this isn't going to work, and then it does. Watch Fields just make that move, and he's going to get the first down here. So, again, I mean, yes, you want to say there's negatives? There are negatives. There's way more positives, and the positives are outweighing the negatives in a pretty massive way right now, in my opinion. So, like, these are incredible plays, and that's just definitive value you added to your football team. Something like this is another just incredible. I mean, this is an incredible play. This should be on highlight reels for his entire career, probably, this play right here. So it's a 3rd down and 12. That's the situation. The Bears are down by 7 here. Watch Fields take the snap, and the offensive line's going to do a good job. Definitely, you have to mention that. It was a 4-man rush. This is 5 seconds into the play. Fields still has a clean pocket. So, okay, cool. That happened, but there's no one open. So, how much good does it really do for you if your offensive line's giving you, plenty of time if there's still nobody open? At least, again, there could be someone open down the field and Fields missed it. I don't know. I can't see what's down the field. But I'm assuming Fields pretty much looked everywhere. I'm assuming just no one got open. So watch him first scramble out and get past those 2 guys, again, because that's what he does. At this spot, he's going to try to scramble up towards the top of the screen. You can kind of see how it could work. But watch how it does work. Again, guys make contact, and it seems like he doesn't even notice. He's able to finally hit someone, and they're able to pick up a first down on that play. Again, I don't know how many quarterbacks get a first down in that setup. I don't know how many. Fields is one of them. There's probably, if there's 5, there's not more than 5, right? I mean, there's a very select few amount of NFL quarterbacks who are capable of making that play. Justin Fields is one of them. As for the interception, it was a bad play, I thought. It wasn't like a horrible play or anything, but it was a miss. It's zone coverage right here on a 3rd and 5, and so it looks like they're just going to go for a check down on this play. Chicago is hopefully get the first down, but you're in 4 down territory, down 3, so if you make it a 4th and 1 with your running game, you'll take that. Watch as Fields takes the snap. Fields is going to look. You have Montgomery kind of open underneath right here. Fields' throw is a bit high, gets tipped up and intercepted. So, not great. Also, he was banged up, though, so I don't know how much the injury affected that or not. Maybe I feel like we did this last year with Baker Mayfield. Every missed throw he had, was it the injury or did he just miss it? I don't know. It's impossible to know, really. So, okay, you don't love that. But, again, this wasn't his best day compared to some of the other games, but he's still putting together a solid package. And the reality is, had he done this like week 4 of this season, it would have been one of the better games we've seen of him. So it kind of just goes to show the way the expectations change on players. He's been playing well, so we almost expect him to continue playing at kind of that super high level. There is going to be some peaks and valleys. You just hope that this is the valley, because if it is, then it's not that low of a valley. So that's kind of my thought. Was he amazing in this game? No. Was he good in this game? Sure. And again, how does this impact how I view Justin Fields as a whole? It really doesn't. I think that Fields has shown that he's an effective quarterback now who kind of gets it done in an untraditional way. I think that this game has not changed my opinion on that. I still view him as that. But that's what I think. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.